Hello, everybody. My name is Liz Tancredi.
And I'm Mike Miaka. Welcome to the Department of Theater Annual Award Ceremony.
The remote version. But of course, there's still a group of thespians, and we can't help but put on a fancy live show for you where anything can happen. So, if any technical difficulties do happen, don't panic. Use the chat box to the left of the video to talk with friends and await instructions should anything go awry.
Before we get started, we want to take a moment of silence as we grieve the deaths of George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, Tony McDade, and so many other Black lives that we have lost at the hands of police brutality. We'll take that moment of silence now. Thank you. Thank you. May they rest in power, and may we continue to say their names and tell their stories. We're going to take this moment now to bring ourselves back into the event. This is for you in celebration. So right now, turn off your cell phones, unless you're watching from your cell phone. Mute all of your beepers and devices, because beepers still exist anymore. And make sure you unwrap your candies, because we're going to get this show on the road.
Let's kick off the show by looking at our past year in pictures. Take it away.
Good evening, everybody. That was fantastic. What outstanding work the students, staff, and faculty produced this year. The Department of Theater at Brooklyn College is simply an amazing place to be. My name is Kip Marsh, and I'm the chairperson of the Department of Theater. I have such respect and appreciation for our students, our faculty, and our staff that make up the department. I'm also extremely proud to call Brooklyn College and the School of Visual Media and Performing Arts my home as well. I want to welcome everyone to our annual awards ceremony. It is wonderful to have you join us, and I want to welcome our guests, Stanley Kay, Megan Finn, and Rachel Chavkin. We're honored that you've joined us tonight as well. I'm so proud of the work that our students did this year, particularly the work that they did this spring, navigating the change to remote learning and the challenges of world events have demanded of them. I can't tell you how much respect I have for them as they continue to advance their creativity and technical skills during this unprecedented change. I'd also like to thank our staff and students for the enormous amount of work, ingenuity, and creativity that went into making this event happen tonight. I'm simply blown away by what tonight's celebration has become. We're exploring how we can create and gather as theater makers right now, and tonight's celebration is a leap forward in understanding what the possibilities are for us. Thanks for coming along for the ride. We have a great evening planned for you tonight. I want to introduce my student, Lance Lewis, who will be presenting our first award to alumnus Stanley Kay. Take it away, Lance.
Hi, my name is Lance Lewis. I'm a recent graduate student here at Brooklyn College. Today I have the honor of introducing Stan Kay for the Distinguished Alumni Award. Stan Kay is currently the head of the Graduate Lighting Design program at the University of Florida in Gainesville. He has a career that has stretched over 38 years in both academia and the lighting industry. Professor Kay is originally from Brooklyn and started his formal training here at Brooklyn College by getting his BFA in design, then to move on and get his MFA from the University of Hawaii. Professor Kay has worked on more than 150 credited productions around the country, as well as being a part of the relight of Dave Hockney's Snail Space with the Smithsonian's American Art Museum. Kay and his colleagues founded the international podcast known as Light Talk, which currently has over 166 episodes and is broadcasted in over 140 different foreign countries. Professor Kay is currently working on the revision of the Theater and Television and Film RP20 Design Guidelines for the Illuminating Engineers Society. Kay was the co-author of the original document in 2009. So again, it is my honor on behalf of the Theater Department to present Professor Kay with this Distinguished Alumni Award. Thank you.
Well, I can say I've never done this before, and I'm in my house and I've dressed up for you. So I'm going to read these prepared remarks and hopefully they'll be meaningful for all of you. So good evening, Brooklyn College Department of Theater. The more I've thought about being with you tonight, the more emotions I have felt. And I thought about what could I say that would be memorable, useful, worthy of your attention. What could I say in these times when celebrations seem awkward and the emotions we feel are strong? It's unlikely that somebody like me, from my background, would be with you tonight to accept this honor. But I am a survivor, and so are you all. And we know that New York City and Brooklyn have been through so much lately, so we must recognize this reality. I want to offer this perspective. We will survive, we will invent, and beyond that, we will thrive. And here's why. We are Brooklynites after all. I've survived by adapting. And as a lighting designer, I love reflections, both literally and figuratively. So if you'll indulge me for a little bit, I'll offer you some reflection as you honor my life post-Brooklyn College, which I calculated was 34 years. So I have to begin with a confession. My journey was not a walk in the park. I survived a very difficult background, and Brooklyn College was a big part of that journey forward. I was a poor, skinny kid, and unknown to me until I was 40, I suffered with a chronic health condition. I was not the favored one when I attended this department. I had to work in afternoons, go to school in the morning, and attend rehearsals at night. I bet that sounds familiar to some of you. So my journey to survive started with the basic human capability that we all take for granted. I adapted. I didn't want to go home at night. Home was rough. So I stayed in the theater. Theater became a sanctuary. I did not want to brave the streets. The streets were dangerous, and the threat was real. And frankly, I was scared. My generation was afraid of nuclear annihilation from the Soviet Union, and we were afraid of each other on the street. Recently, a wise relative asked me when I was frustrated and scared and didn't want to go home, what was my emotional reaction? He asked, did I get depressed or did I get angry? No one ever asked me to reflect on that before. I had to really think about it. And after a time, I realized how angry I was back then. But when I answered the question that I was angry and not depressed, this wise old man said to me, that's good. Then you could do something about it, as depression is truly debilitating. It was a surprising insight. And upon that reflection, I realized that I did not become an angry person, but somehow, through some mechanism I cannot explain, I took that anger and did something. I did anything I could do, and I kept on doing things. I constantly adapted to whatever circumstances I found myself in, and when I get angry again, I adapted even more. That was my first step to surviving. Let me talk a little bit about invention. When we grow up, we're given certain things, and we inherit certain things as well. And perhaps if we had the choice, there are some things we choose not to inherit. So my next step after adapting was to invent and create, perhaps in my case, to reinvent. And inventing is a particularly human trait. It's done particularly well by creative people like us. I was not able to stick to one thing. Being a native New Yorker, I was exposed to so many art forms, I couldn't pick just one. I was interested in everything. So I reinvented myself over and over. Yes, I became a lighting designer and a theater consultant and a teacher. But before that, I tried so many things. I was a potter. I was a mechanic. I was a truck driver. I was a salesman. I was a would-be musician. I was an electrician. I was even a house painter and a half a dozen other things I can't remember. I kept reinventing until I found something that gave me joy. Invention is another way we artists survive. And invention is how change happens. Not necessarily because you're strong or brilliant or driven, which all may be true, but you will invent because you'll have to. So I'd say give yourself permission to get just angry enough that you will invent solutions for yourselves and for others. Just don't let that anger make you an angry person. And remember that necessity is the mother of invention. I'm also fond of metaphors, and I'm a lighting designer who later in my career got really interested in the physics of how light really behaves. So here's one that maybe will stick in your memory. Someone a lot smarter than I said it, and I like it a lot. One cannot eliminate darkness by pointing it out and saying, hey, there's darkness over there. The only way to eliminate darkness is to turn on more lights and make them brighter and brighter until the darkness is no longer welcome. And we are seeing quite a bit of darkness these days. This is not to say that a good lighting design does not embrace darkness. Of course, it does. The darkness is there all the time, but the light gives us life while interacting with the darkness. So acknowledge the darkness for what it is, but bring your light to every situation and shine it brightly. Let that be a way of thriving in the world. Be the light in the world, which brings me to my third point. I've been able to thrive in no small measure due to the Brooklyn College Theater Department. And it's the people in the Brooklyn College Theater Department who made it possible for me to thrive and have a rewarding career. Some of them have passed on, and I remember them fondly. Some of them are here tonight, and you know who you are. And to all of you, I'm forever grateful. As a lifelong educator, I've always put the students first. I think that's one reason the department brought me here. I'm not here just because you're honoring me. I came here to honor you, to inspire you, to do more than survive and adapt, but ultimately to make changes and thrive. I came for you, the students, staff, and faculty of this department. You can look at my journey as a source of inspiration. I am a living demonstration of what is possible when a group of well-meaning, hardworking, creative people make it their life's mission to educate, train, and instill good citizenship in young people. So in closing, I accept this honor in the name of all who have come before me and all who will come after us, and for every student here tonight who will carry on this tradition. I am thriving, we are thriving, Brooklyn College is thriving and changing. So with love and light in your hearts, the best is yet to come. To the students, staff, faculty, and administrators, I thank you all. I will treasure this honor and hold it dear forever. Please be kind to each other. Stay strong, adapt, invent, and thrive. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Stan. It's really wonderful to hear from you, and we're honored to have you with us tonight. Next up, we have our award for the MFA Alumni of the Year. Elissa, let's take it away with your video.
A 2008 graduate of the MFA Directing Program, Megan Finn is well known to the students at Brooklyn College. Just over a year ago, she directed Mac Wellman's The Lesser Magoo, a vibrant, energetic production that embraced Wellman's exploration of the effects of heightened language over the conventional notions of what drama, tragedy, and comedy are. Megan deftly guided her cast through the thorny language with a confidence built by a career of tackling a wide range of challenging work. The pieces she creates vary in size and scale, but they consistently upset audience expectations of what theater is and can be. In 2013, Megan directed Alexandra Collier's Take Me Home, an interactive live performance that took place inside the mobile heart of New York City, a taxicab. A full-length play performed for just 3 audience members at a time, the piece was a radical journey through the city, along streets both familiar and strange. By taking her audience out of the theater, Megan challenged them to see the theatrical in the world around them. Collaborating with visual artist Pedro Reyes in 2016, Megan directed Democracy, a sprawling installation at the Brooklyn Army Terminal. As the country prepared for and then experienced the fallout of the 2016 presidential election, Democracy invited its audiences to enter a political haunted house. Recontextualizing the American experience, the piece urged audiences to explore the depth and breadth of American political anxieties, with visitors facing issues such as stop and frisk, gun violence, the U.S. healthcare system, climate change, and drone strikes. In stark contrast with the intimacy of Take Me Home, with 14 rooms and 40 performers, Democracy challenged audiences to engage with the larger implications of their personal choices and face the dangers of our political reality. One of her most radical and challenging projects to date is not a performance at all. Since 2017, Megan has been the artistic director of The Tank. A multidisciplinary nonprofit, The Tank provides space and fellowship for emerging artists working across all disciplines, including theater, comedy, dance, film, music, puppetry, and storytelling. The Tank has been a home for countless Brooklyn College graduates, thanks to the organization's commitment to removing the economic barriers to production. Free rehearsal space and performance space is a radical commitment to new artists and a testament to Megan's dedication to not only addressing politics in her productions, but in her community. Now, with the onset of COVID-19 and New York State's stay-at-home order, Megan and The Tank have launched Cyber Tank, a weekly remote, multidisciplinary variety show, as well as several other programs throughout the week. The company's adaptability has truly shown during this moment and continues to provide hope as we move forward into an uncertain fall season. She is a fearless artist and collaborator and a leader dedicated to empowering others. And I am proud to introduce the next recipient of the Distinguished Alumni Award, Megan Finn.
Hi, everyone. Sending love to you wherever you are. I just want to thank the department, and I want to thank Kip and Tom and Judy Lee and Michael and Deb and Naluka and the rest of the staff. I want you to know that I'm grateful to have gotten to know you all over the last 14 years. It's pretty scary, but that's how long it's been. I also want to thank and say hi to send some love out to you, the students who are apart at this time when you should be together. And I want to say to those who have gotten to know the actors and technical crew and designers from the Lesser Magoo, I'm sending you so much love right now. It's such an intense time, and you're going through a big change in your life, and just want you to know I'm thinking about you guys. So thank you for sharing tonight with me. I did not expect that this is where I would be when Kip invited me, that I would be sitting in front of my vacuum cleaner, but here we are. And so it's nice to see some faces backstage and know that some of you are out there right now. I have seen this department grow over the years, and it's been my own growth that has gone along with that. I remember being a new directing student with you, Tom, and often butting heads about what theater was and what I would be doing for my next assignment. But it was always you who would let me challenge you and grow. From the very first scene of Kia Corthran's work that I wanted to do, that you said no and I said yes, to finally my thesis, which I had the chance to do at Walker Space, and you were flexible and understanding every step of the way. So I want to tell you that I love you and thank you. I want to say also that I'm grateful for you, the other two people in my life, Sarah Benson, who another alum of this program, who has always been really supportive of me, and I met through you, Tom, and had then gotten to work with many years, and so she's a huge part of my growth as an artist. I got to see her lead her theater in the early days when she had just taken over as artistic director, and I draw on that experience pretty much weekly. So thank you for that. And I also, of course, want to thank Mac Wellman, who welcomed the weirdo from the theater department into his classroom and eventually into the room to be working on his plays. And meeting those people has really formed my work as an artist. The thing about Brooklyn College, it really is something that prepares you for getting out there. And I know it must be terrifying. I think it's always an overwhelming feeling to leave school, whether it's undergraduate or grad school, to be thinking about how you're going to start to pave your own way in this field. There's no path that is laid out before you. But I will say that my experience at Brooklyn College has always been something that has made it possible for me to do my best. And that comes because, first, I think our greatest strength, which right now is so is going to define this period of this important and historically driven, this historic moment that we're all in, is our diversity. The people that you are studying with, the wealth of life and experience and love and camaraderie and communication and all of the students that you get to go to school with from all over the world is just, it's like nothing else. And it is, I think, the greatest resource of CUNY and Brooklyn College, period. So right now it's going to be the people that are on either side of you. That's where to look when you're trying to figure out what the next step is. Look at the people that you've been making work with. You have this incredible community and it's such a gift. And right now in this trying time, you guys can support each other and figure out a way to move forward together in your art practice and as people and as activists and as friends. It's just that has always been and will continue to be the greatest strength of the program. The other thing is we don't always have so much money at Brooklyn College for everything. That is what it is. And sometimes that makes it gives us the challenge of figuring out a problem, a solution to every problem. So when you don't always have money to throw at something, you figure out a way to make what you want to make. And all of you have figured out ways to do the things you want to do. And especially right now, that's going to be such a resource for you as you start out. The other thing is Stan K really put it really well, that the invention is another way we artists survive. And right now, it is not an easy thing to leave school in a time where all the theaters are literally closed. But people are finding their way to make work. And if this space is not your space to make work, that's okay. You figure out how you are going to continue to feed that creative spirit, right? There's other things you can be doing. You can be exploring other creative parts of yourself right now. I think right now, it might be a time where you think, I need a break. And that's okay. You've worked really hard. And at the end, you've worked hard virtually. But you can also be moving forward. And if you look at the people that you have to work with, this creative spirit that you have in your hearts, and also just think about all the different ways that people are communicating right now. Find how you're going to be a part of that. Don't stop. Don't stop unless you absolutely have to. Also, being an activist and being an artist are lifelong professions. There is a time for both. There is a time where you might need to take a break from your artistic practice and be focused on activism. And that's what you're to do. And then there's going to be time when your art and your activism align, and it just will happen. So spend the time doing what you need to do right now. I think that this is an exciting moment, as hard as it is. We are called to figure out a new way of working. We're called to invent a new way to watch, a new way to speak. We're invited to dismantle structures that need to be dismantled. And in that collapse will be room for new voices and new stories. And that is deeply exciting. So I invite you to care about one another and just take care of yourself and make your way. There's room for you in this world, and you're gonna make your way. So, and I'm here for you. By the way, when I open this thing, when I open this tank, Tom has my email address. Kip does too. Okay? I'm here for you. We're here to help you make your work. So reach out. So on that note, thank you all. Thank you so much again. I'm so honored. Peace and love and all good things for you.
Thank you so much, Megan. That was inspiring as always. And on behalf of your cast of the Lesser Magoo, I would like to, from the bottom of my heart, say, thank you. And now over to you, Kip. You can start whenever you're ready, Kip.
Hi, how are you? I was waiting for my video there. Anyway, there we are. Liz, thank you. Megan, thank you. Stan, thank you. It's really great to have you here with us tonight, and great to hear your words. They're powerful and meaningful. They mean a lot to me. They mean a lot to all of us. Folks, theater's about collaboration. It's bigger than any one of us and requires that we work together to realize a greater whole. We're the storytellers that help to collectively understand one another better and more fully, to bring complex and hard to identify subjects of our collective whole into an arena where we can address and discuss them. Theater's about life and exploring all that goes with it. Theater training at its core is training for this process of collaboration, of making work together to share with others. The coronavirus challenges all of this in that it has forced us to start to reinvent ways in which we collaborate and work with one another. This presentation itself is a great example of how we are exploring and advancing how we communicate and collectively share experiences. It's an ever-expanding process of constant reinvention and improvement. I can't wait to look ahead to the future and see how this time will inform and build how we work with one another and what stories we will tell. Take a look at some of the work that our students did this spring in adapting to the coronavirus and how we collaborate. And I'll let you take it away here. Thank you.
Previously on the Tip-Off Reality House. Hi, I'm Natasha. She shows up.
Hello. Hi, Daddy. How are you? You ever sit in silence all alone, drowned out by your thoughts, reaching for the help you got, find inside yourself. You're stuck inside us. I need nobody else but you. Why? I'm doing this fine.
Like, open, like there's this new space or something. It's like in my lungs.
It's stinky. It's smelly.
Freedom Strong can pour money into a 501c4 without disclosing the The ads credit a 501c4 called Sydney Millsap Live.
Right. Well, if it is a 501c4,
We have a red alert. The scales are off balance. We are in threat con delta.
temporal homeostatic support.
The equilibrium in the biological systems of hypomania and glycemia have been altered, with a 62% increase in mania.
Isn't that you're gay, that you act gay.
I'm not trying to act like anything. I'm just being myself.
As you should.
No, but if I had a boyfriend who loved and supported me, I wouldn't care so much what my family thought of me. Or if I had a supportive, caring family, I wouldn't mind my love life sucking so bad, but I have neither, and that hurts.
You know, I escaped Haiti to provide a better life for me and my kids. And although it's no comparison to life here, well, it's not easy here either.
I just took a DNA test, turns out I'm 100% that bitch. Even when I'm crying crazy, yeah, I got boy problems, that's the human in me. Bling bling, then I saw him, that's the guy.
You could've had a bad bitch, non-committal, help you with your career, just a little.
You supposed to hold me down, now she
you're holding me back, and that's the sound of me not calling you back. Why men great till they gotta be?
I'm simply in awe at the resiliency and creativity that was displayed by our students in the department this spring. Very difficult spring. Part of that difficulty was losing a dear member of our department to the coronavirus, Mark Blum. I'd like to turn to my colleague Judy Lee Vivier to say a few words about Mark and his contributions as a professor of acting in the department. Judy Lee, thank you.
Hello, everyone. I'm Judy Lee Vivier, and I head the MFA acting program. Mark Blum taught. It is really hard to talk about Mark in the past tense. Mark Blum taught our second-year MFA actors acting for almost 15 years. And perhaps the most remarkable thing about Mark is that in every situation I encountered him, he was always the same. His own true, honest, and authentic self. And this was the nucleus of his teaching, the search for genuine authenticity and personal truth, and the courage it takes to bring that to the work. And he taught it with a fierce passion. The graduate students either loved Mark or they didn't. No gray areas, nothing in between. And those who didn't, years later, recognized the value of Mark's teaching. The afternoons I sat in on his acting classes, my own starved actor's soul was inspired and nurtured observing him confront the life issue that was the core of the actor's obstacle, as he encouraged and provoked, questioned, and dared the actor to acknowledge the unique value of their truth and integrate it and live it in the circumstances of the text. It took all I had to stop myself from leaping into the middle of the room and responding to the notes he had just offered. And instead, I looked forward to the day when I could enroll in his acting classes at HB Studios. Thank you, Mark, for your infinite wisdom. Thank you for the laser-sharp insight into the human spirit that you so generously shared with all of us. And thank you for your delicious, wry, slightly grumpy sense of humor, but most of all, thank you for your kind patience and concern for our students learning to practice the craft that you dedicated your life to. We miss you terribly.
I met Mark in 2005 when I was cast as his trophy wife in an old gem called No Time for Comedy. Besides him being absolutely true and hilarious and amazing on stage, he was also warm and kind and so generous to me off stage. And I know that the whole theater community misses him for all of those things.
Mark's insights into plays were masterful, and he always articulated himself in a way that was both straightforward and poetic at the same time. I think a life in the theater taught him to communicate that way. To be an audience member to his work, he is an example of the type of New York City theater actor I aspire to be. So the last time I saw him was in December, and we were riding the 5 train home. And as he left, he said to me, "I'll miss you." I found it touching in the time, but now I will always treasure that moment. I miss you too, Mark. We all miss you. And thank you.
Mark had a saying in class that was, the habits that you
have as an individual will be the habits that you have as an actor. It's an invitation to a life of learning and to an acceptance of oneself, that as we progress as humans, as we grow, as we age, I want to thank Mark for that gift and let him know that he lives in me and that he'll never be forgotten.
I killed her. Listen to me, boy. So long as you tell no one, you are fine. Men, they go off to war, kill people every day, then come back and get on with their lives. Hear me?
You know, I could get used to a place like this. Got any pot?
Usually I keep some around, but right now I'm out. You know how it is.
How about a match?
Right, absolutely. No, New York is no place for a country gent. I mean, ain't no crocodiles out there, but a fast-moving Chevy sure make a mess of you. Hush.
Okay. Yeah. I'm not a rapper. I enjoy making art. But what I rap, I speak from the heart. I hope one day we each leave our mark and use our art to leave our mark on this art like Mark Blum. Such a good guy. Funny old dude. Always thinking he was sly. See, he always had advice that would make you want to cry. But deep down, he really loved it when you tried. You see, Mark never claimed that he knew it all, but when he walked through those doors, man, we always had a ball. Waiting for Godot was really such a no-no, but Mark said, find your way in. Fuck how that song goes. Locked Up. I've never heard that one before. I like it. I'm gonna add it to my playlist. Yeah. You see, Mark was real human and just down to earth, but he spoke about his failures and filled us with mirth. There's not enough words to describe Mark's impact, and truth be told, man, my soul ain't healed from that. But I love you, Mark. I know we all do. Goodbyes is never something easy to get used to. Rest in peace. Love you. Peace and love.
I think what I hope that people walk away from this with is a sense of what the rigor is that's required to be an actor, what the discipline is that is required to be an actor, what the fun and joy is that is a reward to being an actor, and a little bit of information about what it means to live the life of an artist. What are the questions you ask of yourself, and what is the journey of self-discovery that you begin on that allows you to join your own curiosity about who you are with your curiosity about what the human race is, and how to channel that into the work of what it is to create a character in play.
Thank you, Judy Lee. Thank you, Kip. And most of all, thank you, Mark. You'll be missed.
We love you, Mark. We miss you, Mark. Well, now I think it's time to take a brief intermission. So let's take a moment, grab a snack, refresh our drinks, maybe fluff up our couch pillows, and please enjoy this student scrapbook slideshow we'll have playing for you.
Yeah, we'll be back in just a few minutes. Stay tuned to the slideshow. We'll try to have a little timer ready for you when we're getting close. But take a few minutes, do all the things Liz told you to do, and we'll see you back here. Welcome back, everyone. I hope you got those bevs refreshed. You grabbed the nearest soft stuffed animal or pet, and you are ready to get lit, because we are starting with Act 2 with the presentation of
The Drake Award. The Drake Award is given to those who have made significant contributions to the American performing arts. Introducing this year's awardee is our BFA actor, class of 2020, Mariah Sanchez. Take it away.
Hi, my name is Mariah Sanchez, and I'm a recent graduate of the Acting BFA program at Brooklyn College. And I have the distinct honor of introducing the recipient of the Alfred Drake Award, Rachel Chavkin. But before we get to her career, when looking into Rachel's background, I came across her Tony Award acceptance speech for Best Direction in a Musical, which I will talk about in a second. Now, what made her speech so impactful wasn't just the fact she was the only female director on Broadway that season, but also because she used her speech to speak out against the lack of diversity on Broadway. Anyone will tell you, a good ally understands that you must use your platform and your privilege to shine a light on injustice. We need our allies to speak out. So thank you, Rachel, for using that platform. Now on to Rachel's career. You may know Rachel Chavkin for directing Broadway hits like Natasha Pierre and The Great Comet of 1812, as well as Hadestown, for which she won the Tony for Best Direction in a Musical. But Rachel is also a writer, a dramaturg, and a teacher. She has taught directing and performance at NYU for 13 years, as well as at other institutions. Rachel is a founding artistic director of the Brooklyn-based company, The Team, which she founded with some friends at the age of 24. There, the team prides themselves on being an ensemble dedicated to creating new work about the experience of living in America today. She's a long-time and frequent collaborator of MacArthur genius Taylor Mack and frequent collaborator of the storyteller-composer duo known as James and Jerome, along with treasured colleague Annie Tipp. On behalf of the Department of Theater, I would like to present the Alfred Drake Award for significant contributions to the American theater to Rachel Chavkin. Congratulations.
Thank you, Mariah. That was so beautiful. And I just want to say I was not the only woman directing on Broadway last season, but I was the only woman directing a musical, which just to not forget my colleagues. So thank you for that. And thank you for this award. I'm really mostly delighted to be with you all who are graduating in this totally destabilized moment. And I was thinking about how maybe that is actually quite fitting to be in step with the moment, because I have always found graduating from anything, that moment, to be very destabilizing. And so Megan talks about this beautifully, but I think there is something exhilarating happening, right? We saw it yesterday with the resignation of the head of the New York Times editorial board. We saw it with the incredible announcement out of Minneapolis. I'm sure many of you have been in the streets. I was at a protest in Flatbush, run by a beautiful organization called Equality for Flatbush. That's a housing justice org. And this was towards the beginning of sort of the waves of protests that we've been seeing and civil disobedience. And it was, I have to say, it was the first time in my life that I've ever participated in a rally or a march that didn't feel like a foregone conclusion. I remember marching in DC at the Pride March for marriage equality. And there it was like so jubilant and so clear that the time was in our favor, and so many states had already made their moves. And I can remember being in DC in 2004, protesting at Bush's second inauguration and getting tear gassed, and that was just angry, right? Like the conclusion was already gone. And I am by no means the most mature speaker of this evening, nor am I the youngest here, but I can say that something new is happening. And I think to our field specifically, that it's happening here too, and it will only continue to happen if we are very concrete agents of change, of how we use our language. You may not know this about me. I generally, actually some of the MFA directors do know this because I said this when we spoke, but I generally try not to give advice because I find it can feel very presumptuous that there is anything relevant about my life that would apply to yours. So I actually just try to operate through kind of what I am doing and working on myself. So I thought I would share some of those in terms of how I'm thinking about language and concrete action. And I hope they're of use to you as you move into the world, because we're all going to be living in the same ecosystem. The theater world is very small, and I think you will find as you get out of school, it gets smaller by the minute, the longer you stay in it. So I accept the idea that a right to comfort is pretty solely a white idea. It's a facet of white supremacy. And I know I'm working daily to find comfort in moments of discomfort, including this one. I also accept that sometimes means slowing way down. And maybe you know the activist and extraordinary writer Adrienne Maree Brown, her book Emergent Strategy, and she has a new one, Pleasure Activism, that I recommend. But she talks about having to move at the speed of trust. And there is a lot of distrust with good reason that we are starting from a base from. And I am excited is the wrong word, but I am committed, and positively so, to moving as slowly as necessary, but still moving. I also accept that means working through fear versus being fearless, which I think is bullshit. It doesn't exist. Thank God. How boring would life be if we were confident? And I can say I'm trying to be real with every project that I work on, and be real with myself about the motivations involved and what that project might achieve or might not achieve in the world. I try to bring that clarity to all of my language, including, not using POC when I mean Black artists, not using diversity when what is meant is racial diversity or gender diversity or age diversity. I also am trying not to make statements unless they're paired with action, and mostly action that is directed at myself, because I have enormous power over the ecosystem that I create around myself. And of course, I think that change is the direct result of changing our actions. And of course, again, on a neurological level, change is super uncomfortable. And that comes back to the first point, which is that only white people believe we have a right to comfort. And I think, coming back to our pursuit as theater artists, I think we have this divine opportunity to create fellowship through our audiences that will regather live someday. They will. And fellowship as we face these crackling moments of discomfort together. I think that is a holy task. I do not think we keep people alive, but I do think we keep life worth living. And I am just going to wrap with the image that I heard recently at a workshop that I was taking part of as part of serving on a board of an off-Broadway theater. and a theater that is working extremely hard right now through a lot of discomfort to pave the way towards a genuinely more inclusive future. So the facilitator was talking about how people discuss leading from the top of a pyramid, that's how they picture leadership, and that you can talk about changing the person who is at the top of the pyramid in order to make change. But actually, she said that she found it more rich and useful to instead think about leading from the center of the circle. And that this paradigm of a circle versus a pyramid, and what it means for changing the whole system, all of the rules, that we get to do that together and create sort of infinite overlapping circles. And I look forward to seeing the circles you create. I'm sure I will run into some of you, in 5 minutes or 6 months at the next opening night party that we have, because there will be opening night parties again, and you will be there. So congratulations. Go forth and make the world and the industry as you want to see it. Thanks so much again.
Thank you so much, Rachel. Your work and your words help to change the world. We're so honored to be able to present the Alfred Drake Award to you this evening and to introduce you to the work our students are doing. We welcome all of you to join us on this Wednesday at 1 p.m., where we'll be showcasing the work and accomplishments of all the graduating students from the School of Visual, Media, and Performing Arts. We have so much that we want to share with you. We've sent you the invite already, but we will be sending a reminder tomorrow. Here's a sample of what you'll see on Wednesday.
Hello, everyone.
Hi.
Jolie and I would like to extend our sincere congratulations to the graduating class of 2020.
We are so impressed by your fortitude and resilience in completing the semester.
And in completing successfully your degree from Brooklyn College.
We can't wait to see what you do next.
Stay well and stay in touch. See you soon.
Congratulations.
Hey there, class of 2020. You are bold and you are brave, and you are going to go forward and change the world. And I cannot tell you how proud I am to have been part of your training. You rock. I will miss you. You are my heart and soul. Congratulations. Now go get it. Much love.
Congratulations to the Brooklyn College MFA Acting Class of 2020. You are an incredible group of artists, and I can't wait to see what the future holds for you. All my best.
Good evening and congratulations to the class of 2020.
All right, again, if you want to tune in, that is this Wednesday at 1 p.m. Now, this past year would not have been possible without the incredible work of two very special people who have made a very deep impact in the Brooklyn College community. More from our own Laura Tessman.
Good evening, everyone. As we celebrate our student achievements and successes and honor the graduating class, we also want to take this opportunity to thank two people who have profoundly impacted and intrinsically shaped the Department of Theater at Brooklyn College, Michael Colby-Jones and Jolie Tong. You have both been transformative and active contributors to the BC community for more than a decade, and I speak on behalf of the entire department in expressing our deep gratitude for your hard work, for your extreme dedication to your students, and for the countless ways in which you have made us better and stronger as a community and as a department. Michael, you took on the Herculean task of leading the BFA in acting concentration. You stepped into the role with passion, resourcefulness, and a can-do attitude. And impressively, you made that transition seamless. You both upheld the rigor and the personalized training that are hallmarks of the program, while also innovating in the classroom, expanding recruitment effort, and devoting an incredible amount of energy to the personalized attention that you give to each and every one of your students. As a colleague and a friend, your drive and industriousness are inspirational, and your cheerful, upbeat demeanor when you enter a room always shifts the energy in the space. You bring your immense talent as an artist, as an educator, and as an innovator to everything you do, and we look so forward to entering this next phase of our evolution with you.
Hey MCJ, words cannot express how much you mean to me. I want to thank you for continuing to take a chance at trying to understand me when others didn't, and at times you didn't, but you kept trying, and I want to thank you for that.
I think actually my favorite class with you was our contemporary realism. That's when I really got to see your director skills kick in, and I was like, wow, he's freaking awesome.
You were somehow able to mix being present in acting with being present in real life. And every class I was able to feel better about my craft and better about myself as a human being.
Thank you for being my biggest supporter and for making my Brooklyn College journey unforgettable. Thank you for the impact that you had on me during my time at Brooklyn College, and you have inspired me to push forward with my goals.
MCJ, I thought you were scary, but I'm really glad I got to know you during GI60 because you're actually not that scary at all. You're great, and I hope I get to work with you in the future.
Though I wasn't a BFA student, you were also someone I could go to for counseling, and I had so much fun working with you on Tick Tick Boom.
And to MCJ, I just wanted to say thank you for being the first cowboy I ever met in person. I've never seen one until this day, and I hope that when you go to that big rodeo called life, that you keep the same straightforward mindset that I've always seen you have.
Jolie, 12 years ago, you planted a seed as you embarked on the MFA in directing program at Brooklyn College. That seed sent its roots into the ground and became a sapling, and over the years, that sapling has grown into a thriving and deeply rooted tree. These roots will live on in us, under us, even as you branch out and take on new opportunities and new challenges. You have been a deeply rooted and grounding presence for us over the years. Your vision, your compassion, attentiveness, resilience, care, collaborative nature, and intellect have been formative to the BA program and to the department as a whole. You always keep the students' best interests at heart, combining rigor and high expectations with playfulness and creativity. You touch every single person that you come into contact with. Your humanity and passion make you an incomparable mentor, colleague, and friend. We cannot wait to see and hear about all of your successes and accomplishments in your new position as a full-time faculty member at Drew University.
I just wanted to say thank you to Jolie for being the first director I got to work with at Brooklyn College on my first SM job. I've learned a lot from you, not only working with a director, but also just I've learned a lot from you for being a better person, and I'm so grateful to know you.
Hi Jolie, I'm going to miss you so much. Thank you for being an incredible advisor and showing me the importance of generating work for myself.
Hi Jolie, thank you for the past couple of years of being my advisor and also being a great professor in general.
She was always one of the persons to catch you when you fall, because she always had me on my eyes. She never, she always make sure that I'm going on a path. So I want to thank you for that.
I want to thank you for creating such fun and interesting classes and for always being there for me. when I needed you.
You're one of the first people I interacted with in the department, and I've had kind of a rocky college experience, so you've been like an immeasurable help throughout the process.
You have always been such a strong and brilliant and patient and wise teacher and artist for all of us to look up to. You will continue to be that inspiration to me and to all of my classmates for the rest of our lives. Thank you, and congrats!
I have loved every minute of working with you. I want to continue working with you. I'm sure that we will. I've learned so much from you, and I value your commitment and your dedication.
Michael and Jolie, we are so proud to call you friends, colleagues, and fellow members of the Brooklyn College family. This department is unequivocally stronger because of your heart, hard work, and the sheer time that you two have invested. Here's to many, many more collaborations with the two of you.
I just want to say, give you guys a big thank you, and I hope, and this is not a goodbye, because I will be, and this is a promise, I will be working with you guys in the future. I don't know, as a director, actor, something, I'm going to be working with you. So thank you, and hope I see you around.
Thank you.
Thank you, Michael and Jolie both. You are forever embedded in the DNA of this department, and we can't thank you enough. You'll be missed. And now is the moment you have all been waiting for. Kip is here to name the recipients of the Department of Theater Student Awards. Let her rip, Kip.
Thanks so much, Mike. It's always such a pleasure to be able to announce our student awards and scholarships. The department prides itself in being able to support and fund our students as much as possible. I'm always enthralled by how our students celebrate this event, and I'm thrilled to be able to present these awards to them. I'll start with our first award tonight, the Graduate Dean's List Award. The Dean's List recognizes one individual of excellence from each MFA cohort and comes with both a symbolic pin as well as a permanent notation of the accomplishment on the student's transcript. The Graduate Dean's List Award in Acting goes to Elizabeth Tancredi Gillum. Thanks, Liz. Congratulations. And next is our Dean's List in Directing, Ann Nolling. Congratulations, Ann. In Design, Matthew Deinart. Congratulations, Matthew. And in Performing Arts Management, Johanna Ring. Congratulations, Johanna. We have a number of other awards here, so we're just going to keep on going. Brooklyn College Managers for the Arts Scholarship, William Gefeller. Congratulations, William. Bruce T. Birkenhead Graduate Scholarship, Joseph Hedderly. Congratulations, Joseph. Francis Black Prize in Drama, Shaquille Nelson. Congratulations, Shaquille. Susan Block Memorial Scholarship in Performing Arts Management, Dawn Paskin. Congratulations, Dawn. Sojourner Truth Bush Memorial Award, Jovian Dixon. The Maria Ann Kennelly 80 and Kim J. Hartswick Award in Directing, Alyssa Gotchis. Congratulations, Alyssa. The Jack and Rebecca Cunningham Award for Outstanding Achievement in Costume Design, Daricel Calcano. Congratulations, Daricel. The Jack and Rebecca Cunningham Award for Outstanding Achievement in Scenic Design, Sophia Claudino. Congratulations, Sophia. The Jack and Rebecca Cunningham Award for Outstanding Achievement in Technical Theater, Andrea Bonilla, Emily LaRosa. Congratulations, Andrea and Emily. Thrilled for this. The Dean's Scholarship, Ariel Boland, Taylor Fox. Congratulations, Ariel and Taylor. We're just getting going here, folks. A few more. Robert A. Fennell Memorial Award, Hannah Rabel. Congratulations, Hannah. The James Fiore ATPAM Memorial Award, Ashley Antwi. Congratulations, Ashley. The Alfred A. Giardino 34 Memorial Award for Outstanding Service. Both these folks deserve this greatly. Tyler Adams, Daly Maroney. Thank you, Tyler. Thank you, Daly. Congratulations. The Rose Goldstein Memorial Scholarship, Courtney Menzel. Congratulations, Courtney. The Graduate Scholarship, Rachel Mizrahi. Congratulations, Rachel, and congratulations on your graduation. It'll be great. The Nicole Horan Memorial Award. We have a few of these here. Jessica Campbell, Amanda Enzo, Sigrid Pinsky, Erica Reichler, Mariah Sanchez. Congratulations to all 5 of you on the Nicole Horan Award. The Howard Branston 57 Award, Jennifer Ives. The Marvin Kaplan 47 Scholarship, Colleen Morgan. Congratulations, Colleen. The Dr. Stephen Langley Scholarship, Sarah Garcia. Congratulations, Sarah. Wilson Lair Memorial Scholarship, Amy Gallagher. Congratulations, Amy. The Harvey Lichtenstein Prize in Performing Arts, Anna Jensen. Congratulations, Anna. The Edward Lutz Scholarship, Remu Simodi. Congratulations, Remu. The Paul 51 and Betsy Mazursky Scholarship. We have a few of these as well. Ebenezer Ejay, Tiffany Reed, Crystal Santos, Sarah Vanden Heuvel, Edward Wusso. Congratulations, Ebenezer, Tiffany, Crystal, Sarah, and Edward. Few more. The Dante Negro Memorial Award, Sarvin Aladi. Congratulations, Sarvin. The Vivian Stein Rothenberg Memorial Scholarship in Theater, Jennifer Marinelli. Congratulations. The Susan and Zachary Solomon 57 Scholarship, Christina Carucci. Congratulations, Christina. And finally, the Joel Zwick 62 Scholarship in Directing, Zachary Tomlinson. Congratulations, Zachary. Great. It's such a thrill to be able to announce these awards to all of our students. This concludes the final award segment of our evening. We are almost finished, and I'm about to head to the stage door. Thank you all for spending this time with us, celebrating our students' successes and those from our invited guests as well. I'd like now to turn to my colleague, Tom Bullard, to say a few closing remarks. Tom, the camera's yours.
Thank you so much, Kip. Hello, everyone. We have just shared a truly remarkable experience. Truly theatrical, truly heartfelt, intimate, powerful, full of joy and celebration, wisdom and celebration. On behalf of our beloved theater department, I would first like us to join in a huge salute of congratulations to each and every student, faculty, and staff member we have and are pulling together with extraordinary commitment and resolve during this crisis. I would like to take this moment to recognize and welcome 2 new members of our family. Fiona John, welcome. Fiona is joining us as our CUNY office assistant and will be responsible for managing all the department office responsibilities. She is coming to us from Transfer Services office right here at Brooklyn College and brings with her a rich, broad, and ready wealth of knowledge of our campus. Fiona, We are really looking forward to working with you, and you're helping us administratively navigate these very challenging times. We are thrilled to welcome as well Patrick Sabongi as the new head of our BFA acting program. As a veteran stage, film, and television actor, a former professor of acting at UC Irvine and professor of acting and directing for film and video at Simon Fraser's University School for the Contemporary Arts in Vancouver, as well as running on-camera auditioning studios in Los Angeles and Vancouver, Patrick brings a wealth of talent and expertise to meet the known and yet to be discovered needs of actor training in these new times as a teacher and administrator for our Brooklyn College students. Welcome, Patrick. To each student receiving an award tonight, know and continue to know that your passion, commitment, deep love for growing as a theater artist and maker serve to empower us all. Congratulations again to each and every one of you. Stan, Megan, Rachel, thank you for honoring us with your presence this evening and for your eloquent, amazing, passionate, and uplifting words. We shall cherish them as we cherish you and all you continue to do as inspirational theater creators. We are living through the most challenging times imaginable. They present each of us with opportunity and obligation to deeply imagine, examine ourselves, our practice, our values, and commit more profoundly than ever before to confronting the social injustice and inequity that plague our society. Through the work we make and through the action in the world, may we have the resolve, strength, and wisdom to do so. Let me say thank you once again to each and every one of you here tonight, those who are backstage and are producing this event, and all of you who have been recognized for exceptional achievement and service to the department and to our theater culture here in New York and throughout the country. May we stand together united in common cause and build together an ever stronger, more inclusive, and just community of theater. Thank you and good night.
Thank you so much, Tom, and welcome to Patrick and Fiona. Now, you might remember at the top of the evening, I mentioned technical difficulties, and we did manage to have a small glitch in our slideshow of show productions. Last Days of Judas Iscariot, we have one for you too, don't you worry, and we're gonna roll it right now. Take it away.
You can come in now. I'm done.
And that's our show. We did it. We made it. Hard to believe. Congratulations again to everyone who just graduated and to all of our awardees.
Yeah, and a special thanks to everyone behind the scenes who's making this event happen. I'm talking about Naluka Hoteling, Michael Redman, Deb Hertzberg, Sarah Imes, Michael Hairston, Jeff Stiefel, and Sabra Shelley. Thank each and every one of you.
And thank you all for tuning in. Please enjoy our post-show slideshow. I practice saying that. We love that so many of you submitted your favorite moments to us. So take this moment to celebrate yourself, chat with your friends and colleagues, and please stay safe.
Stay safe, stay angry, stay creative. Have a good night.